And we return back to the set of Minnesota. Half fire. So, later on, after talking with Gabe, she sends out another pulse through the link, directed towards the littlest of the nucleus, so to say. Still sat within that cabin of theirs, the bare walls and lack of furnishing. Sat on a stool, just waiting for her packmate to arrive. Juno gets through another cigarette before snubbing it out on the chair in front that she sat on and dropping it to the ground. And she'll just wait.
She might probably have to wait slightly longer than with Gabriel. But eventually she does hear the timid sort of tapping at the door. And hearing sort of no answer, I'm guessing it's not locked.
No.
Very just carefully sort of slice the door open.
It's very much like a log cabin, so old school style kind of thing with the latch door.
Mm-hmm.
The old oak, and as Gemma opens the door, you'll see that it's bare inside. And there's Juno just sat on a stool in the middle of the room, smoking.
Am I interrupting?
No. Come in.
Okay. Sorry, I just heard something. Yeah, she just sort of closes the door behind her. Something sounds silly.
It's fine. Come on. Take a seat.
Okie dokie. I'm guessing there's no chairs, actually.
Nope.
Well, Gemma might be docile and naive and calm, but she is still raised in this place. Well raised. Sort of country, so she sort of cross-leggedly sits down in front of Juno. Okie dokie.
How you doing?
I'm doing, things are kind of tense right now.
Very tense.
I mean, for good reason, I and you. I mean, this is more your home than it is mine, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you nervous?
I think I'm frustrated.
What about?
I'm not sure. It's like I keep thinking of the night of all that partying. It's like it bristles, the hair on my neck. It makes me want to grip my teeth for some reason, and I'm a bit restless.
Well, I'll have you know, I paid your tab.
She looks up, kind of horrified when she hears that. What?
Your tab. I paid it.
Oh my God, no! I can get the money. I don't have it. The wallet. It's back. It should be in my car. If you want me, I can go grab it now.
It's fine. You're my responsibility.
She kind of, her features grow a bit more serious because of what happened with the raccoon.
In a way. Do you know what exactly happened?
It's sort of like a feeling more than knowing. Like I understand. It was right. Right for us. Meant to be. But yes, it's not really something I could explain.
No. We're a pack. No matter which way you look at it. We are brothers and sisters.
And you're okay with that?
Of course I
Um, should she or like roll like empathy?
You could roll a perception empathy on that one.
Yeah.
I'll have you know that I'm going to roll Manip Sub.
Yeah.
Just to see, just to see.
That's 4 dice. Let's see, party
Because
plus.
for me, this is 7 dice. Because Pure Breed comes into effect. And she is Pure Breed 4.
Okay, so could you roll 5 dice for me? Discord seems to be broken.
So I'll roll yours.
It's 5 dice then if it's waxing moon.
That's 3 successes versus 1. All right. She seems very serious about that.
Okay. Yeah, good. And the rest, yeah.
What about
The others? I don't know. Are they okay?
They will be.
Okay.
I have already spoken to Gabe. I am now speaking to you, and I will speak with Leaf.
Taking stock. Yeah.
I want to make sure you all understand. And I want to know anything that I should know.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
we are family.
She's sort of licking her lips a bit. Okay. Ask away.
Is there anything I should know that's going to affect how you fight or how you do your job?
Sort of leans back, on the palms of her hands, sort of leaning back. It's no secret I wasn't really raised in this environment. I mean, I don't think Mom ever even knew. And Dad, he got himself killed. The car crash, they said, but that wasn't true. Yeah, he was apparently some sort of big shot. I just thought he was a drunk driver, you know. And some,
And you say that big shot. You see, she takes in a breath, like pretty audibly. And do you have any pure breed?
she actually doesn't. Her dad just sort of made waves when he was alive.
That's right.
But
She does that, but that's all.
yeah, he wasn't. Apparently, he wasn't big or bad enough for the. Yeah. Um, Black Spiral dancers.
And
Yeah, got him right outside Minneapolis. So, so it took 4 or 5 of them to bring him down. So I guess that's something.
I'm sure he died a glorious death.
Yeah, yeah. Better than a drunk driver, right? Listen, I wasn't born or I wasn't raised to fight like the rest of you, okay? But I know how to track and I know how to hunt.
You are Theurge. Your job is to take the pack from here to the Umbra. You with the spirit and keep a watchful eye. You will fight to defend yourself because that is what you do. You will fight to defend Gaia because that is what we all do. But you will not be on the front lines.
I get it. I get it.
What was it?
She just sort of said, "Yeah, I get it." And then she sort of, she sort of pulls her legs up, her arms around them, uh, looking sort of down to the wooden planks, not like defeated, in a more like thinking herself away somewhere else. Mom used to say I had an overactive imagination when I said I saw ghosts in the forests. I mean, they weren't ghosts. I mean, I know that now, but
Yeah. I
I
understand.
remember it's scary.
You're new to this as much as a Cleath is. You're not a cub.
Yeah,
But you have nothing to fear from me. As long as you follow what I say.
she looks up to Juno now. Um, she seems somewhat assured by those words, and she sort of nods her head. You're the boss.
It's my job to keep us all alive. It's Gabe and Lee's job to kill everything in front of us. And it's your job to make sure they're able to get back up again and do the same the next day.
Okay.
Now that's out of the way. Smoke? She just offers a cigarette from the packet.
Thanks. She sort of reaches out, picking one up.
Juno pulls one out as well, lights it, puts it in her mouth, offers the lighter back to Gemma.
And it takes sort of 2 tries, but eventually the light fires up and manages to light it up. And hands back the light to him.
Good. So have you got anything you want to ask of me?
She sort of takes a puff. I mean, what would like Gemma actually like? No, I'm thinking she would probably hear. I just think like how much of your backstory is actually like
Well, what
knowledge.
Gemma would know is, well, what you can tell for sure is Juno's got high pure breed, get her finished. I mean, that's obvious. You can smell it on her. And that she's, like, you don't know very much, obviously, like you passed Cleith very recently. And there's a few rumors around Sept about a few things about her, but nothing, like, overly solid. But you know very little about her, really.
I'm guessing you've been in a fight like the one we just in the Umbra.
She just nods and you see, actually, she pulls up her shirt, not all the way, just above, like, where the diaphragm is, and just turns her right side to the side so you can see around her back. You can see this dark, almost black, like internal bruising as it kind of spans upwards, up through her back and around her kidneys. Some deep tissue scarring of sorts.
Shit.
What?
Sorry. Doesn't it hurt?
Sometimes. It's a mark of pride. I earned this fighting the worm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll make sure that the next one won't be that big.
Why not?
I guess that's just the nurse talking.
These scars. I know you might not understand. But to get a Fenris, these are marks of pride.
Right.
That I have stood up and stared death in the face. And made him back down. You'll probably get some eventually.
It takes a drag of a cigarette when you say that.
And just so you know, we are in their pack cabin. As you know, it's only just gone up. It's like empty, no furnishings or anything. Sat in the empty front room. Juno's sat on a stool and Gemma sat on the floor.
Even better. So when Juno says these are a mark that every Fenrir gets, there's like a fluttering of a bird that seems to just land on the windowsill beside, like, right across from you guys.
Gemma just seems to sort of cock her head slightly.
Cold stare at the bird.
The bird seems to twist its head and, like, you know, like, make several pecking noises, and that's when the door to your pack cabin is knocked on.
Sure, want me to get that?
Yeah, just tilts the head to the door. Thanks. Basically just nodding yes, go get it.
I'm guessing she smoked, so I'm guessing she has a place where she's put out the cigarettes.
Yeah, there's just an ashtray in the middle of the room in front of her.
Okay, yeah. Gemma just quickly puts her cigarette out and gets up, sort of brushes, and goes to open the door.
Two images you will see are, well, this woman right in front of you, who you recognize. She's tiny, angry. And then behind her, well, above her, towering above, is this guy that you recognize as Rise of the Lightning.
Gemma just almost, kind of surprised to see them both. Oh, right, please. And so steps aside, opening the door for both of them, sort of fully.
Yeah, they walk in and kind of... Marcus Thorns and actually grabs Gemma's chin and lifts it up, so she's looking right into her eyes.
Yeah, Gemma just
You got a bit nervous about you.
So I've heard, right?
They do look over at Juno, her kind of like goldeny eyes, kind of just like go like a measured look up and down.
Cold stare as Juno just rocks her head back. Now showing neck.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I just heard someone say something very interesting.
All right, please. You're always welcome.
At that point, Gabe will probably be in the background as well, after basically seeing the two Fianna come towards their house suddenly.
Okay. Gabe will have been there, and he'll just be listening. He'll have done the light greetings, whatever. But yeah, he's quiet, kind of in the background, letting the alpha take the lead conversationally,
Did you hear someone say something about marks being only attributed to the Fenrir? That's what my bird told me anyway.
I believe you were bird heard wrong.
Rise Lightning awkwardly steps in. He's too big for the house because he's 7 foot tall. So like Gemma, he's massive. He just put his hand on Mark's shoulder.
Raya, I said, the Fenrir see them as marks of pride.
Oh, just the Fenrir, is it?
Not just the Fenrir.
Because she unfold her clothes, And she's just wearing fur. And when she does, she's like buck-ass naked. She's covered in silver scars. Because as a child of stag, I take great pride in these.
As you should, Raya.
Maybe you should tell your young Theurge. You should look over with a smile at Gemma as she like pinches Gemma's cheek. Maybe you should tell her that scars are for every tribe to face proudly, particularly ones of the older.
I was getting to it. Raya.
I'm sure you were. And Rides would put a hand on her shoulder again. Juno's a good lad, good lass. She knows what she's doing. Then Marcus will kind of just give that kind of like, green, golden assessment, and we'll turn and look at Gemma. I expect things of you. Means you're going to have to help me around Sept.
I look forward to it, Raya.
And when you're looking for the murderer who murdered us, there'll be something in the Umbra for you to look into. And you get your whole pack ready.
Gemma sort of gets a very interested look in her eyes, maybe even fierce when you bring that up, and then quickly looks over to Juno. Almost like, waiting for, not waiting, but,
It seems whoever murdered our kin and our guru left a trail in the Umbra, so I expect you all to follow it.
We'll be on it.
Good. She'll potter over, again putting back on the fur. And Rides will turn to Gabe. You're the new Arun, aren't you?
Yes, Raya.
She gives a measured nod. Stares at you, frowning. Points at Gemma. I remember you.
she sort of she gives the look of that doesn't say it's just
You had sex with my brother.
that technically didn't get to that, Raya. She looks kind of abashed.
Well, I can give you his number if you want, anyway. Mark Thorns will shoot him a look like, really? You look at Juno going, do you have any money?
She just pulls out like an envelope from behind her shirt, just holds it out to him.
Puts it in his pocket and just nods. It's good. You Trimbleton's always pay on time. Gives her a smirk. It's that kind of playful smirk.
Almost a smirk on her face as she cold stares him.
Then he'll abruptly spin on his heel, like almost knocking Gemma over because he's that big.
Yeah, she just go, kind of ducking.
And turn to the Arun. So, I heard he whooped your arse. Points at Juno.
Gabe will silently kind of search for which words to say.
How else did she become alpha? Did she was your dick hanging out and she kicked it? Was it?
Not quite, Raya.
See?
He'll glance to Juno and Gemma.
No. Don't look at them. You'll see, for Juno and Gemma's sake, they will see the big smirk emerge on Mark Thorns' face.
Juno just takes a long drag of the cigarette, just half smirking.
I have an offer for you. You're a Silverfang, right?
Yes. Nice. Correct.
Oh, this is even better. Wait till fucking whatchamacallum hears about this. So, I have a tip for you. Do you want to know how you can get better?
He'll just his head.
I'll do ya. Come on, spit it out. Stop stuttering. Come on. Starts clapping.
Okay, he'll just kind of look a little around. Will try and settle himself. Train, right? Fight.
Do you want to know? Jesus Christ, you're as dumb as a plank. Would you like some advice on how you can get better?
Yes, of course.
Roll initiative. I'm gonna have a surprise round.
That's okay. Let me. Hi, floor peeps. Okay. Oh God.
10. Rolled bad. You're lucky.
Let me into the thing. I'm just loading up now.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general.
We're just in general, yeah. I have a surprise round anyway, so here we go.
Let me roll.
As this is happening, as I'm waiting for Kurt, Market Thorns will begin to clear the furniture, going up the fuck, moving Juno. There's no furniture.
There's no furniture. There's just a stool that Juno's sat on.
Yeah, it should nearly push Juno out of the stool. You want to get out of the way now? Come on, hop higher. She like smacked Jim in the back of the head. And she'll put like a $20 dollar note into Juno's hand. That's for betting against my tribesmate against your Arun.
Can I bet for your Arun?
Oh, if you want. Oh, of course you can.
You can't get anywhere.
So 9. Okay, all right. Rise is going first anyway, but this is Rise's surprise round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ah, shit. I'm assuming I can't dodge this either.
That's a surprise round. That's surprise round.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bashing.
Okay, can I try and soak that?
Yeah. Roll your Hamid stamina, which I'm assuming will be 3.
Yeah.
You soak 2, so he headbutts you like, and busts your nose open.
Mm.
And this is his regular round, and he will blow 3 rage. One, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4 bashing to soak.
Okay.
You soak 2 of that, so you took 3. You're on 5. He hits you another like lightning fast. He's very fast into the ribs. You feel one of your ribs crack.
Okay.
Your go. Remember, your wound penalties are on -2, but you can spend willpower to ignore them, and you of course can blow rage.
Yeah, and I think I can go berserk, but I'm not going to do that in this context. Yeah. Can I spend? I'm not sure how much rage I have. Can I spend 3 rage as well?
You can spend 3 rage, yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend 3 rage. And then can I try to... Let's see, what would you do? Is the stool that Juno was sat on still in the room?
It is, and Juno is still sat on said stool.
Ah, shit, okay. God damn it, Tom.
This can work.
I mean...
Hit another, pick up Gemma and hit her with Gemma.
I don't hit my pack that much.
Throw Gemma in front of him. You hit the finger.
Gemma, you are a weapon. Come here.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no, it's quite all right. I've grown tired of living.
Yeah, let's see. He's probably gonna try and hit him back and get out of the way, but is he gonna aim for the head on?
Remember, you're at a -2 dice as well because you're on 5 bashing.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd aim for his knees.
Yeah, he's gonna
fucking tall.
so sort of as he's kind of punch and very, very headbutted and punch very, very hard and winded and bruising his rib rack. Is he on the floor or is he just kind of still standing?
You're still standing now. You're still standing.
Yeah, he's gonna try and get in kind of low and aim like a punch for like his ribs or somewhere.
All right. Roll them bones. Remember, you are -2 dice.
Oh God, okay. I think that's only 4 dice. I need to have my roll.
Nice. 3 successes. Roll
Do
your
I get an
damage.
extra with my dex? Oh.
What's your dex specialty?
I think it might be precise, but I think it's precision.
If you're, were you specifically aiming somewhere?
I said I was aiming like towards his ribs, like where he hit me.
All right. Yeah. Then you do. That's 4 successes, and he will try skirt out of the way. He does. Barely. So
This is healed.
you spend 3 rage. This is his first rage action. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is that 6 damage?
Bashing, yep.
You gotta soak like 4.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there nothing else I can do because I've only got a stamp?
Yeah, you got to soak because some of that will roll over to lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
you don't
no.
soak any.
No.
So you are now on 4 lethal. As suddenly as you try to aim for the ribs, he goes, "You bastard!" And then just suddenly uppercuts you, and you feel your jaw just. You hear okay for Gemma and Juno, you hear the resounding crack as Gabe, the world goes black. But for the viewers and Juno and everybody else, Gabe hits the ceiling. Just
God
Does
damn
he
it.
stay in the ceiling?
no, parts of it come
Okay.
down on top of him. That's why he's probably on 4 lethal. As he kind of slumps into a heap, and he'll be like, "The fucking bastard tried to." And then the tapping and chanting and clapping, tapping, chanting, and clapping from Margaret Thorne stops. Then, oh Jesus, Tristan, what the fuck did you do to him?
And Gemma is sort of like, as soon as he hit the ground, she was kind of up to Gabe, looking him over. Can't deny those.
He is on 4. He's on 4 lethal. Like he's busted up.
Okay, so what are we looking at? Probably, I'll have to roll actually to see exactly what the damage is.
I will tell you, you don't have to roll. His jaw is completely shattered. 2 of his ribs are broken. And Rides will just laugh and lick some of the blood off his knuckles. Oh, well. I'm sure he's in a ruin. Of course he will be. You grin at her.
He'll get a smirk back, a genuine one. Enjoy yourself.
Of course it did.
Good.
It's always good to keep your rune on his toes. You have to fight, sure, it's our fucking job. And he punched Juno probably off the chair.
Wow, I'm gonna roll stamina for that because she's fucking tough.
I'll roll the fucking hit dice then, Tom. Jeez.
Wow, okay. For a shove. God damn it. Alright.
Yep. 1, 2.
I was gonna say just to roll, see if she can stay on her fucking feet, but if you're just gonna full on punch her.
Meanwhile, Gabe is still
1, 2, 3.
unconscious.
1, 2, 3,
And
4.
Gemma is having like a rising urge to smash him.
Jesus Christ, you go flying.
Yeah, I'd say it's more he just fucking right hooks and you hear the instant crack of her neck because it spins around that quick and she just pulls backwards. And you see she just snaps her jaw back into place.
Sorry. And then Mark of Thorns will look at Rise and just point at the door, and he'll be like, "Yeah, you know what? It's been a pleasure. Thanks for the money. Sorry about your friend. Sorry about the chair.
And my
See you later."
face.
Ah, well, at least you look even prettier. You wink as he's walking out.
Always a charmer.
Ah, sure, I know. That's what my brother said about her anyway. Stride out, hit his head on the door, and then duck under.
Is Mark of Thorns following him?
No, she just sits there merrily, still kind of like looking over. You should heal him.
Just sort of, wait, check. Can I do that?
Yes, she can. Come here.
No, I was genuinely
You can.
curious if I had that
You can.
ability because I don't remember what I chose.
Do you have Mother's Touch?
That's what I just wanted to double check here.
Yeah, you have Mother's Touch, don't you? I think you.
Yeah, I feel like I have.
Please have Mother's Touch.
Or Raz, you could be. You have. I told you before. You had a Gaia's breath. So what you can do is just spend a Gnosis point, and he insta heals 4 of that lethal.
Yeah, I have Mother's Touch.
But Gaia's breaths are handy. Fine, use Mother's Touch. Intelligence, intelligence, empathy. I think it is. Yeah, intelligence, empathy. Got Gabe's rage. He spent 3. It's your diff is 4 because they only got 1 rage.
Okay, 5 dice. 5 dice. Could somebody roll that for me? 5 dice.
Yeah, 5 dice at diff 4. Got you, fam. Yeah, fucking. Gabe, you are now awake.
And does he feel a searing pain in his jaw? Is it like
No, you can when you wake up initially, you're like, "Oh my god!" You know what I mean? And then
I'm alive.
and then you feel as Gemma rushes over and like rubs her hands along your wounds. You feel everything click back into places, but you do feel like you've just taken on a mountain.
Yeah, Gable nod and say, "Oh, I should have expected that."
Does it hurt anywhere else?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, you fucking gobshite. Grin at them playfully.
Yeah, is his jaw still like dislocated?
No, all the stuff is back. You're all knitted back together.
You just see Juno spit out a tooth.
When you hear that, Jim might just sort of like, right.
He'll just shake his head at Gemma and say, "No, it's fine. I'll walk it off.
Okay, good.
Need to toughen up."
Gemma sort of then very, very quickly just walks over to Juno to check on her jaw.
And as you know, before you're walking over, you see her basically shift into Glabra, I believe.
Yes.
And I'm sure that instantly heals the bashing, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
It's almost like you've seen people change before, like shift and all that, but she does it just instantly. And it's only lasts for like a matter of seconds before she instantly just changes back.
And when she does, Mark of Thorns will walk up to Juno afterwards when she's back in Hamid, obviously, and will grab Juno's chin and like peck it right into her eyes. You look like your father. You don't have as nice a stare as he did, though. Not yet, anyway. But you look like him.
Thank you, Raya.
Just give a grin and pat her on the cheek. Now, I better go and make sure Rise doesn't kill the whole fucking family. So, be seeing you later. And she'll just skip out.
And Juno sits back down on the stool, puts another cigarette in her mouth and lights it.
Gabe's probably sitting there just sulking for a second, just trying to walk it off. Basically, he's just pacing around.
Gabe, relax. I got beat by 3 of them yesterday. It's fine.
Yes, you're right. It's fine.
Fun.
Yes. Sorry, he'll just sit back down on the floor.
Gemma
Pushing
sort
it.
of rubs her temples with her thumbs. They're like, and then she gets a sort of look in her eyes, and very quickly just sort of jogs out of the building, disappearing for just a quick while.
Before you guys go, and
But
suddenly,
it's not.
Juno, your phone goes off, but not just your phone. Gabe and Gemma, all your phones go off,
Okay.
and it'll be in the side chat. There it is,
It's
right
what
there.
I'm thinking is you just see Juno just rolls her eyes.
Right.
Juno
Go to hell, Tona.
pulls out a phone as it's blaring on full volume and just looks at it. Just puts it down on the floor and just ignores it while she just carries on smoking.
For Gemma, who just ran outside, you see a blue hair girl fiddling on her phone. She looks up and just like smirks, and then we'll run off really quickly.
Gemma sort of considered for a second and goes, I can't be fucking bothered. And runs back to her van to grab her guitar.
And eventually, as the phones in the room stop blaring, if they do,
They don't.
They don't.
No.
You see Juno, she's got like an old phone, like a shitty old Motorola flip phone, the really flat, wide ones. You see, she just unflips it after it's been playing for about 5 minutes straight, and just snaps off the back end of it. And it just drops.
I'm guessing if nothing is sort of like said, eventually Gemma, who's run to the truck, thrown her phone in there, in the glove compartment. It doesn't stop. Why doesn't it stop? Oh, for fuck's sake! Remind.
Yeah, Gable.
I think I've killed Raz.
Gable checked his phone, and there's a absolute cannibal Shia LaBeouf that's playing. He'd probably just try and turn it off. At least just like sort of just throw his phone into a corner
Misclicked,
of the
sorry.
room, and he's like,
when you try to turn it off, you press the button repeatedly. It just doesn't. And in fact, the volume seems to increase. The more you press the button, it just gets louder and louder and louder and
Juno
louder.
just walks over to Gabe and just takes it off him. I should just drop it on the floor and stomp on it.
he was gonna throw it into a wall, but okay.
The last thing you hear is you have just defeated Shia LaBeouf as she stamps down on it.
God damn it!
And
Don't even want to know. Don't even.
It's Christy. She enjoys doing it to me, so she's going to enjoy doing it to you.
Yes or no?
It means she likes you,
Well,
I guess. Consider getting a lot of burners.
yeah, I guess you could say it's a pretty funny if you're into that sort of thing. And on the inside, you'd probably feel he's like, I am Gabe, I am a silver fang, I am an ocean of calm. But inside, he's like, why?
people have a very funny and expensive way of showing you they like you here.
Could be worse. Could just
Yeah.
get what Gabe got.
Yeah. Didn't fall on my ass too hard, did I?
No. You did fine.
I mean, your jaw was shattered and you literally lost consciousness for I don't know how long if I hadn't revived you, which probably should require serious medical attention. Now I'm thinking about.
Like I
No,
said.
no, no, you did fine. You did fine. She sort of realizes what she's doing.
Like I said.
Yeah,
You
Gable.
did fine.
Yeah. He's right. Should.
I got my guitar. She sort of holds it up triumphantly with one arm in front of her.
Well, since I didn't get time to tell you, Gemma, if you want, this is going to be our pack cabin. So we can live here.
That's cool. The beats living out of the truck.
Exactly.
This is nice.
Admittedly, we need to sort out some furniture. Just kind of looks around at the bare room. She's sat
I
on
could
the
grab some
stool.
stuff from my apartment.
Yeah. I can see why I can scrounge up.
I'll get Felix to get something.
Yeah. Well,
She just kind of looks. Her eyes just kind of drift upwards.
Gable, he'll follow her gaze to the Gabe-sized.
The Gabe-sized dent in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then he'll probably just he'll just look back down.
So as the two of you look up, you probably, like, as you're looking up into the big vacant hole that seems to bear a striking resemblance to Gabe's head, you start hearing this playing. At least the guitar.
Gable will just kind of look awkwardly at the hole and just be like, I'm sorry about that. He'll just kind of scratch the side of his head and then he'll glance to Gemma and he'll listen. He'll listen to her play.
She's not singing though; she's simply just playing the guitar.
That's lovely. How did you learn?
My brother, he wanted to be a rock star when we were younger. Turns out he's shit at guitars, but I wasn't. So, picked up where he left off.
We could always compose something. I could always play some bad toys if your brother wanted to play. I suppose could always use some heavy guitar or something while I'm training, getting into some. But you want to be a rock star too?
I think this is enough excitement for me. So I can barely keep myself from stuttering talking to two people. How do I do on a stage? Yeah.
Probably a lot better than we could.
No. She sort of grows not serious, but sort of somber in a way. Resolved. No. No, I think this is where I'm supposed to be.
Also, I think I'd take you both in a wrestling match. He just says so coldly and just stares.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that because your song turned up.
And she just said, I think I'd take you both in a wrestling match anyway.
Probably,
What?
boss.
That was a joke.
While this intimate moment is going along, Gemma, your van radio is booming.
She so closes her eyes.
Like it's nearly shaking the walls of the cabin.
This is a very precious thing for me. Could you please hold on to this so I don't break it? She says as she gives the guitar to Juno.
I'm going to dye all of her clothes pink again. She takes the guitar.
You can.
Gemma stomps out of there.
Well, you've got to give her credit for being persistent.
Are you guys following Gemma outside?
Juno. She'll
Yeah.
walk out.
When you come out again, Gemma's van is right, Gemma.
Not here. No, not in the
Okay. Oh, yeah, well, it's wide open and the radio is booming. Even speakers you use and everything. They're a blue-haired girl matching this description, and this guy are standing as well as Rides the Lightning and Lena and Mark Thorns are all kind of standing around chuckling. And then when they see you looking over, they'll all actually smile and look over at you.
She sort of considers for a moment, then sighs to herself, pulls out the hunting knife she carries around. I really liked FM 21 radio, guys. She says to herself as she goes on to brutally dissect the radio.
Christy will immediately put her hand on. Whoa. We doing that?
Can she even hear her at this point? Like, what?
Yeah, Christy will then like click a button on her phone, the music will go down.
Probably at the exact moment that Gemma is screaming, like, what?
Skyrip will just say, our pack wanted to give you a introduction, didn't we, Christy? And Christy will look down, blushing.
Gemma throws in her knife in the front seat. Okay, I learned my lesson. Front door stays locked. Goes back to lock it. She says that's slightly more good-natured.
The dem mother, who Gemma know, all of you know very intimately, will just put a hand on Gemma's. We'll put a hand on Gemma's. We're basically saying that we're hoping your pack and ours will be friends.
Gemma can't sort of help herself but sort of gaze. Just sort of stealing a gaze of Juno. Again, sort of always referring to her.
Juno, she stood off to the side of it, where she's come closer now. And she gives Gemma the very rare and almost like the stars have aligned, the Trimbutan smile and a small nod.
It's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger smile from Terminator.
Gemma immediately gets worried about being rammed by a police car.
Dable kind of be. He'll be at the back, but he'll smile and nod as well. He'll give Skyripper in particular a nod as well. You know.
I hope so too. Yeah.
They're wondering, they wonder, do you enjoy being friends with them? She'll give, for all you guys, particularly Gabe, you see Lena and Skyripper exchange a fairly measured cold glances at each other, and they'll just walk off smiling, and Mark Thorns will just give her a hand squeeze. She'll walk off on her own, and Skyripper will just nod awkwardly at everybody. Well, yeah, we'll leave you to it. You just start walking off again. That cold breeze hits you all as he walks away, and Ride just picks up Christy over his shoulder, and Mark Thorne skips after the two of them.
we know how to put on an introduction.
What just happened?
I'm afraid of saying it, but it's stuff like this that makes the Umbra feel more grounded. She says she's just like staring at them leave as she says this, leaning over to grab her guitar again. Well, did we just make friends?
Well, you two definitely did.
Yeah. Yeah, friendship.
Would it be wrong of me to say in the chair shit taste in music though? I don't ever want that playing out of my car again.
Yeah,
Well,
that's probably why she played it.
she's been doing it to me for years.
How many phones?
You'll get used to it pretty quickly. I don't count anymore.
Great.
It's why I usually carry an old phone.
Well, she sort of looks back at the pack house at this point. I guess then we have a little bit of work to do.
Yeah. I'll call Felix. She goes down to her pocket and realizes she just destroyed her phone. Rolls her eyes. I'll go get Felix.
My phone. She sort of points to the truck.
You'll need to see the hole. It's fine.
Yeah, of course.
Abel kind of look down to Law for a second and say, just kind of cough. Maybe I should go and see my folks. Let Felix lip a hole in peace.
Just don't sit on my stool. I like that stool.
Say, what? Anything happened while I was,
No, not really. You got a buzz.
Gemma was comfortable. As Juno kind of wraps her arm around Gemma, essentially, doing the pull her head into her chest kind of thing. Like almost like a bit of a headlock playfully.
Yeah, Gemma at first sort of stiffens because Juno hasn't touched her since she had to pull her drunk ass from an orgy. But then sort of melts into it, sort of headlocking back.
And she was just like, let her go, like just a quick like pull her towards her and just like very awkwardly just kind of rub her top of her head. We need help moving any things over. I'm sure I can get some people.
Yeah, like I said, I've got shit we can use at my place. I mean, I'm guessing I'm not going to stay there very often now.
It's best to keep it useful just in case.
Well, no one's going to miss the couch. Just going to get some paintings up.
It could be a nice place, the bed here, the thing there, a stool there, a bed there.
Get to it. Have fun. As she says in the most cold way that she can. And just blankly stares at the two of them before turning and just begins walking off.
So, Gable, will just kind of probably give Gemma like a small shoulder squeeze or something. He'll say, "So, before I go around to mine, is there anything you need carrying over tonight?" I don't mind doing the heavy lifting.
I mean, if we're starting to move in now, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's better just to get it over and done with. I mean, she sort of points to the car. I mean, it's a bit of a drive, but yeah, the couch just haven't hit the two man.
Yeah. Well, said I'll visit my folks on the way. See if I can. I'll bring about to see if I can get them to send over a few things.
Hey, at least we'll have the radio still.
Well, worst case, we've still got the guitar, you know. Don't know if she can mess with that. He'll have a smile.
Oh, you're gonna have to drive in that case.
Yeah, sure. Sure. It's not like I just got punched for a ceiling or anything. No, it's fine. I drive.
And again, she chuckles and she gets a bit of like a light-hearted look in her eyes. I won't forget who brought you back. You were out cold.
Don't wind me up too much, little one. I can still pick you up with one hand. He'll just give her a little like playful shove.
As she goes into the around to the passenger seat, she sort of veers her head through. Yeah, don't forget, I grew up with a brother, older one as well.
Yeah, likewise, 4 of them.
Oh, that sounds like hell on earth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it's not too bad. You get used to it.
And she settles into the car.
Oh, you're gonna have to point me out to where we're going. What is it, like a big truck that we can fit a couch on, by the way?
I mean, it's a pickup.
Okay, there.
I mean, this is classic red pickup Americana truck.
Mm-hmm.
America,
okay.
fuck yeah.
America.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah. So before Gabe visits his kinfolk, he'll drive over to Gemma's place. He'll assume she'll give him directions or whatever.
Yeah, she's sort of playing her guitar. She asks him if he's any, sort of any recommendation, any requests for the jukebox.
Just something, I don't know, something country, something chill, maybe. I like the quiet, I suppose.
Let's see. She starts playing something. I'm not a aficionado of country music, but she'll play something suitably hick.
So he'll just listen to it and he'll nod along as he's driving. You got the taste.
Simple taste, better taste.
I suppose so. So, how long have you been, doing this? I suppose.
Playing the guitar.
No, I suppose, yeah.
I guess since I was 8. I think, if I remember correctly.
It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time to practice and get good.
Yeah.
Donald. Seems like with the new house and things, we'll have more time to practice, I suppose, so we know what we're doing.
I don't think they need guitar ring in the middle of this. I'm thinking knife fights.
He'll smile. Yeah, if only we could play him a nice song and everything would be happy and wonderful, but it's not. That's why I'm around.
And I'm glad I have you around.
Yeah, me too, I suppose. Like I said, if I don't talk much, that's just my way, you know.
And Gemma sort of smiles and leans back and continues playing.
Yeah, and Gabe will drive. He'll drive her home and help her load the couch and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing she takes some decorative bullshit to couch and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Gabe will lift all of that into the truck, and right, ready to go. We'll go back to mine place for round 2.
Yeah, sure. I can drive.
Go ahead. I'd swap on I'd swap places, play the guitar, but I think you've had enough loud noises for one day. Yeah. He'll switch something on the radio, you know. And it's Kylie Minogue. No, it's not. It'd be
Steve, for 1 fucking second.
Britney Spears, come on.
Oh God! Obviously, gave us a mix. No, that's what he puts on his iPod while he's doing a room stuff. Yeah. It'll be some probably ambiguous rock or something.
Good. It's fucking distracting. Oh,
Think
good.
for 1 fucking second.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Think for 1 fucking second. That man is a millionaire. Anyway, I'm guessing, Gemma just seems to be enjoying actually the silence before pulling up towards Gabe's kinfolk, wherever that is.
Oh, I thought we would. Yeah, I'm happy to wait and let Juno do her thing.
I'll just be quick. The Silver Fang kinfolk give Jamma the most judging stare ever. If you pack stuff away, they just stare at you like you're like less than like a maggot on their shoe. They even look at Gabe like, "Why the fuck have you brought this to me?" And then
yeah, he's parked some distance away, probably with some knowledge of propriety.
they still stare at Gemma like, "Why the fuck is she even in our facility?" And then they give you your stuff, and then they fuck off. That's basically what happened. That's it in summary, you know.
Yeah, he wouldn't expect any less.
So Tom, who are you picking?
Well, if Lena's keeping to herself, she's going to walk past Sky Ripper, and if he says anything to her, she will stop.
I mean, he's sitting there. I mean, you'd see him. His pack went off to celebrate, but he went off on his own. Kind of sits down by the lake, not really saying anything, just kind of rubbing at his beard idly.
Fine, Sky Ripper Bay.
Fine, Sky Ripper Bay. Then it walks off, doesn't really say anything, goes into her house. It's in yeah, he kind of would look over at her, kind of raising an eyebrow. Yes.
Not joining your pack?
I'll let them have their celebrations. They don't need my presence there for that.
You don't want to celebrate?
Probably best I don't.
Well, suit yourself.
Odd. They'll sing their tales and do what needs to be done, but it's often better not to make sure people don't look at them awkwardly. You know how Tristan is. He'll get into a fight, and I don't want that for him.
Kind of rubs her jaw. Yeah, I know how he is.
He just nod at her. He feels the need to defend everyone. And Christy, well, it's just safer if I don't. Despite their wishes, I will keep in the background.
Of course. I understand.
They just nod and stare out at the lake.
Doesn't mean you can't have any company, though.
Why do you want to sit and chat to me then, Juno Trippinson?
And why don't you want for me to sit and talk to you?
Why would you want to talk to an oathbreaker?
Because, admittedly, you're still scum for what you did breaking an oath.
Oh.
But doesn't mean you should be reminded of it every damn day.
Okay. Just stare at her. And Juno, you know the way you have that legendary ice cold stare?
Mm-hmm.
His is about 50 times worse because that cold breeze hits you. And his stare is something like you've seen the alpha stare. You've seen the true catcher stare. It's a stare that almost matches that true catcher stare.
She just takes it. You know, she looks down, in fact, almost submissively. But you're not as bad as everybody says. I don't know the reasons. I don't know the stories. I take the judge of a person from what I know about them properly.
You turn and look back out of the lake. Now you sound like Lena.
What can I say? Ragabash.
It wasn't a compliment.
I didn't take it as one.
And every Ragabash knows, from what I understand, there's a difference between giving solid advice and just insulting. You didn't ask, you assumed. If I'm such a scum to you, there's no need for you to talk to me.
No.
If I had been anyone else in the Sept, I would have wrung your neck for a comment like that.
Do it.
Why?
It's what I deserve.
Is it? Is that what Marcel tells you?
Twitch.
Let me tell you something about Marcel, Juno, and his ilk. You have to know this, don't you? You're too smart not to know this.
To know what?
Just smile at her kind of softly. People like Marcel paint the world full of shadows and tell cubs and cleats to stay away from the light. Stay close to it and guard it because, well, their light is the only light. Their judgments are the best judgment because in the darkness, there are things there, dragons, monsters, things that can get you. You want to know the one thing they don't want you to know?
What?
It's not true. In the dark, there's discovery, possibility. You can be free. You can be not a Trimbenson, not what they want you to be. You can just be who you want to be. In that dark, you can be just Juno once you acknowledge yourself, once you illuminate yourself.
That's why I like talking to you.
Just turn and look out of the lake. Just remember to hold on to that light in yourself rather than always fix on their light.
I think from what I've told you, you know it's not that easy.
Nothing in life is easy. Nothing ever will be easy. But if you're going to want to make it and want what you want, you're going to have to fight for it.
I apologize, Ryan.
For what?
My earlier comment.
I am an oath breaker. And I still regained my honor, but I will always be an oath breaker to this nation.
To me, you're just Sky Ripper. You just nod his head slowly. I'm Julian Orloff, House Crescent Moon.
However much they don't want me to still be part of that house. Looks like you're not the only princess or royalty belong to this sept. Except my partner is gone. They killed her for loving me.
Is that how it happened?
What would you do? If you knew nothing else before that?
You know, before this, I would have done anything for Marcel. I did anything for Marcel.
When you find that the whole world has shattered and everything you have is taken, ripped away from you, the life you have, the children you wanted to have, it hurts you, it hurts everyone else, but imagine what that does for the guru that you were married to. The one person they want in that whole world to be theirs is now gone to suffer the same death they're going to suffer. Mine chose to try and be with. We chose to be with each other despite it all. Marcel chose rage. I think he chose the wiser option. Because Tatiana's dead. She's been dead for many years. And she was buried in an unmarked grave somewhere in the Ural Mountains. At least you can still look at them. No matter how much it pains you.
She just slowly nods.
Don't despair. None of them ruins rage over losing the thing he loved. He chose to keep you safe. Because if he didn't, you'd be an oathbreaker as well. Learn to forgive yourself for something that was out of your control.
Yes, right.
He'll stand up slowly. He'll unbutton his shirt, and when he does, you'll see horrific lines of whip marks and brands, all done by Silver, all straw on his back. You recognize them with glyphs of Man Without Honor and Oathbreaker. Don't be me. Be something better. This is a new world, Juno Trimbenson. Be a princess in a new world.
She just, again, nods her head.
You just pass by her slowly unless she stops him.
She will.
Okay.
I meant it.
Meant what?
I'm sorry.
You reach over and plant a very delicate kiss on her forehead.
She just looks at him.
You have her eyes and her smile. You just turn around and keep walking.
And I think that's where we're going to end this scene.